each of us has some fabric stash or stash accumulated beyond life expectancy. So I was thinking, perhaps there was something that I could do using some different techniques that would allow us to use some of our fabric stash. And so I've come up with fabric stash jewelry. This allows you to pick fabric from your own line, your own stash. So chances are you already like the fabric. And then you can create works of art to wear. So let's take a look at some different ways to do it. We're going to use some techniques that you're already familiar with. For example, we have this little mini Baltimore album block. And this has been done in the traditional manner. We have it turned under, and then we have stitched it on, and we have quilted it. Now, one thing that's different with the jewelry that I make is I like to use kraft-tex. Let me show you. The kraft-tex is a craft fabric paper, and it comes in lots of different colors, and it also comes in a couple of different ways. You can purchase it in its original form, which is like this, and it hasn't been scrunched or washed or braided in any way. And those are particularly good for when you want to add strength to the back of your jewelry project. But it also comes in a pre-washed, pre-crumpled, I like to call it, texture, and that can be good for molding and creating texture to your jewelry itself. So you'll want to look at some of those different ones. Now, I didn't want to just do one of those. I mean, wouldn't you normally have more than one block, right? So we have multiple blocks here, and you'll notice I still have some threads hanging off. Well, that's because that would be the easy way to attach it to a necklace, if that's what I wanted. I could add cording. I could add a pendant holder and attach it this way and then put a chain on it, or whatever particular way works for you. You may even choose to create a twisted or braided fabric and use that for it. But it's not just necklaces that we can create. We can also do bracelets. We select the clasp that we want to use. Earrings, what about brooches or pins? And any other key fob, any others jewelry that you like and would use on a regular basis. A couple of things. For the kraft-tex, I always use paper scissors. I don't use my fabric scissors. Even though it says it's fabric paper, I don't trust it. I use my paper scissors. So I would normally take a piece of fabric, look at it, and then decide, well, what is it that I want to make with this? And so I cut this out of the fabric first using my fabric scissors. Then I'm going to use some sort of fray check or whatever brand that you like to keep it from getting lots of threads and looking untidy. We don't like that. And then I'm going to cut my kraft-tex larger than the size of the emblem that I'm using. I cut that out, and then I glue it with whatever is your preferred method of glue. Now, I think a couple of the C&T ladies have done an analysis of glue, so you might want to check another one of their videos to see what glues they use and why. Once you have glued it to the kraft-tex, you can see here, then I will take my paper scissors to cut out around. Now, on this particular one, I left a little extra of the kraft-tex showing so that I could insert my clips from the braided cord into it. And to do that, I use a hole punch. Now, if you're wondering, this is not your regular 3-hole punch. It's a little smaller, delicate one. You can use a 3-hole punch if that's what you want, but I wanted a little more delicate look for my jewelry. Again, once you have gotten this far, then you select how you're going to hang it around your neck or on your jacket or whatever way you prefer. And if you don't want to braid your cords yourself, you can purchase pre-braided cords. So it's really up to you. Now, I thought I might share a couple of more ideas just so you can see. And if you look here, you can see I used a paper piecing technique to create this bracelet, a different technique to create earrings and another necklace. Please feel free to leave a note on our video here or a thumbs up. Take care. Bye now.